This is the all-new 2016 BMW X1. It's bigger, it's bolder, and it certainly looks a lot more grown up. In fact, it was actually styled by an Australian, but it won't be coming to Australia till the end of this year. So we're here in Germany to find out if it's any good. Right, so BMW is very insistent that this car is still very much a proper all-wheel drive. I'm now going to try and do an off-road course, and that means
around about 2 or 3k.
2 or 3k's, right? Well, no, that's a bit concerning. Tipping, feel like I'm tipping.
The car has a low center of gravity. The car cannot roll over.
Yeah.
This ramp.
The German guy says the car cannot roll over, but I tell you what, it feels like it's about to roll over. But it doesn't. That's great. Let's do it now on the other side. Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Bit to the left. Steering. Bit to the left.
Bit to the left. Bit to the left. How's that look? You probably can't tell that I feel like I'm about to tip over in a roller coaster ride.
One to the right. One to the left. Straight. Okay.
There we go. I'm out of my little torture camp. And let's get back onto the road, because that's what this car is supposed to do. As far as the X-Drive models go, I can tell you they drive really, really nicely. We still have to wait till 2016 to find out how the front-wheel drive only cars behave. However, considering what they're going to be used for, which I suspect will only be as a small runabout city SUV, I think they'll do just fine. I am genuinely impressed with this car's dynamics. I mean, just look at me going around these corners. I'm not exactly going slow here. And this thing, for a small SUV, is going around these bends like a proper outright sports car. And that is credit to BMW, because every car they make has that sporty characteristic. And they certainly haven't given up on it with the X1, despite the fact that it does have a front-wheel drive bias. You do of course have multiple modes for this car, so you can actually put this into sport mode, which will give the car a little bit of a different throttle mapping as well as slightly heavier steering. Now it's the first time you can actually get variable steering in a BMW X1 as well as adaptive suspension. Now of course these roads are very smooth, so it's very hard for me to tell you how it will go when it gets to Australia, but first impressions, it actually rides really nicely, and I hope that translates to Australia. Driving dynamics aside, I'm actually a really big fan of this car's interior. Now you've got this really nice big tablet-like screen here, which comes down and connects to the iDrive system, which now I think is still the best in the business. Of course, they've also improved the car's cargo capacity, now at 505 litres. So if you want to put the rear seats down, you could do it in a 40 by 20 by 40 combination, and also the front passenger seat folds completely flat. So if you got something up to 2.5 meters in length, it now fits into this car. And that says a lot, considering the car itself measures less than 4.5 meters. My overall impression of the car is very positive. Now, we don't know the pricing and we don't know the spec level at this very moment, but if it comes in at a reasonable price compared to its competition and a reasonable specification, then I think it'll be quite a winner in the segment.
The new BMW X1 range will arrive in Australia in October of this year, so check back soon for a local review.